Good afternoon, friends. How are you all? Welcome to the How to Craft Network studio. My name is Toni and this is the awesome studio where you're going to be greeted with lots of smiley faces from lots of guests, including me, new products, inspiration, classes, techniques, painting, all of the good stuff. So welcome to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. There's also a bell that gives you the half-an-hour notice. Now, you can always scan the code if you are playing catch-up or you're watching it after work or first thing in the morning to see the products and the times and everything that happens here in the How to Craft Network studio. It's just an awesome place to come. And as you know, we have lots of lovely ladies and gents that come every single time to say hello and just catch up on all of the good stuff, because you know we do bring good stuff, as you all know. So today I did promise that I would pick and flick through the All Surfaces paper properly so you can have a good look at that one. I have samples for you, and I also have some lovely top-ups on the counter as well, which you've never seen. So these are for our regular following. If you want to get the latest HD, 3D, cut and emboss folders, then they're available today. But I do appreciate I am live on Create and Craft tomorrow, so they're not going to go away. So if you want to wait, you can wait. If you want to shop ahead, you can absolutely do that. Everything is linked to the show below, so just have some fun. And I'm just going to show you how they work with the papers, and we'll have some fun. And then tomorrow I will be on the road to Create and Craft for my lovely one-day special, which I am so excited about. Can't tell you. So it's a while since we've actually done a counter run, isn't it? We've always been doing the inspiration side over there. We haven't done this for such a long time. So bear with me. I have a coffee, I promise. But here are some of the wonderful, wonderful samples here. I think I must have mentioned the word that I shouldn't mention. So somebody's answering one of my questions. So look at these lovely samples. So these are the lovely All Surfaces paper. Now there are 8 options, okay? 8 by 8. And the cool thing about our All Surfaces paper is the very fact that it is paper. So you get the look, but it's paper, which enables you then to use your inks, your watercolours, distress them, scrunch them up. Because they're not metallic holographic, which you can't add paint to, and because they're not satin or a linen, you know, they are pure paper, and they're a great weight, 200 GSM, and you get several designs. So I'm just going to show you them. They are buy 3, save 10. Lots of you have bought these. Some of you may already have them. You'll have to let me know. But they are just absolutely wonderful. So I'm just going to flick. So this one is the copper. Now they're 8 by 8, 200 DSM, 7 designs, 21 pages in each. And as I've said, they are buy 3, save that extra 10. But if you have the 20% discounts and you're already shopped with us several times before, you're going to get these at a super, super cool price. So these give you the hammered metal look. Look at that. But it's paper, so I could stamp onto that. I can run it through my embossing folder. It's not going to crack because it isn't actually metal. It's actually printed paper. Look at that. That looks like the halo in the lovely satin mirror board that we all buy, doesn't it? It's so cool. Look at these. So this one is the copper one. Then you get obviously the glitter effect in there. And you sometimes get the chunky ones and the super fine ones. And then we have ones with halos in as well. I'll just go back to that last one because it is really pretty. So this is your copper. And of course, you can just go and buy one if you want to buy one. Or none at all. Come for the inspiration. Let's have a look at royal blue. Now, they're in no particular order, okay? So I like the royal blue. I have my favourites. Teal's at the top at the moment. So here we have, look at these. Absolutely wonderful. I'll just flick so you can make a note. If there's any ones that you like, you can absolutely do that. Did we all see the Susan show last night? Wasn't it wonderful? Oh, look at that one. I like the Bock technique with the big circles in there. Wasn't it wonderful? You'd have to go and check that one out. Next one is charcoal. This is nice because it's got like a vein running through it, like a gold vein. Superfine glitter. Chunkier glitter. Brilliant, these for your reflection collections. Marble with the white vein. Marble with the gold vein. I mean, look at that. Then we have the satin, very luxury. And then on the back end here, we have this sky, which is great for like your Aurora Borealis on top because it's paper and will take your colour. So that is the charcoal. Then we have the holographic, which I'm totally in love with right now. So if you want to shop ahead, you can pop shop code 21, scan the code. Look at these. These do look real, honestly. And there's some really vibrant ones and there are some muted ones. Look at these muted ones. These are the ones that I'm actually in love with at the moment. I'm having a holographic month. Isn't it weird how we go in and out of craft? Like one day we like gold, the next we like holographic. Teal. This is at the top at the moment. I'm not sure. I think teal, I think then bronze, and then I think it's copper. You see why? Teal's top of the list, isn't it? So you get sort of the marble, the gold fleck. Look at this one. Great for Christmas if you like those tones for Christmas. Look at that. And you've got your watercolour effecty ones, and then you have that beautiful sort of, oh, I don't know if kind of marbling, like in the water. So, so cool. Hi, everyone. I will give you a shout out when I get to the other side. And then we have the bronze. This one's very luxurious. I love this one. I love the front one. I mean, just a bow on that. Well, wrapped like a present would look awesome, wouldn't it? So again, you get the halo. And then we get, look at them. It's not real. So look at that, hammered metal. And the big chunky one there. And then the even lighter one in the chunks. Such a variation. And then burgundy. Now, these haven't even been to TV. A lot of you have got these in your home already, which isn't it wonderful that our lovely fans who come every day get the opportunity to grab things before they go to TV, and in most cases as well, get them a lot cheaper than I'm going to be putting them on TV at as well. So, and that's just sort of like a thank you for tuning in and coming time and time again. So that one is burgundy. I like the gold vein through that one. And then last but not least, we have scarlet. Now, this is probably not going to come into play until Christmas, but it is wonderful. You're really wanting to step out of your comfort zone with Christmas. These are going to be absolutely incredible. So you've got your sparkles, your halos, your chunks, your smaller ones, and then on the back you've got the hammer. Mirror hammer, I'm calling that one. So that is your all surfaces, 8 options. If you buy 3, you save that extra 10. Now, I do have a bunch of samples here, but let me just show you some of the wonderful samples, just building them in with the rest of Stamps by Me products. But you can build them in with anybody's products, as you all know. So we have, look at these. I just love it. I just love it. So that one's from the Mirror collection. This is from the royal blue with that lovely blue sort of vein running through there. So a lot of you will have these products anyway, the dyes and things. And that one's from Oxford blue as well. This one's from charcoal with that black, oops, daisy, sorry, my apologies, that one's upside down. So it looks really ornate, doesn't it, with that white. And then let me just show you this one, which is the wonderful gift album using those papers that coordinate through from our lovely Elaine. And you can see as you open through, oh, we get a touch of what the embossing folder is going to look like. Look at this. So that burgundy one works seamlessly with the pink, doesn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. And then tags and toppers and embellishments. This is lovely, Elaine. So you can pull the cards out, look. You've got a lovely card in there too. I will pop it all back, because these will go to TV at some point too. So there we go. So that is the All Surfaces paper collection. Hope there's something there you like, but if you've got enough paper to hold your house up, then we'll move on. So here we are with our wonderful HD 3D embossing folders. Now, these emboss and die cut at the same time. With the ones that I'm on show with tomorrow, you will see they are taped in, but they're taped in. And I mean taped in. So you can take the die out and do all of your background techniques if you want to, and I'll show you some samples. But or you can just run the embossing folder through on its own and then put the die over. You can just run the die through if you want to, and then take one of the embellishments and have it as embossed, run it through. You know how we line it up? There's so many different ways you can utilise these. Yes, they're in the same folder, but don't be afraid to separate them and do as you please. So it's like 2 for 1. You get the backgrounds if you want to. You can do the emboss and die cut if you want to, or you can just emboss and then maybe run the die over, because it doesn't squash the detail really. So let me just show you the options. We have Elegant Rose, Dainty Hibiscus, and then Fabulous Peony. Now these are wonderful because they're all going to interchange with each other. They have lots of foliage in here. So traditionally with your embossing folders, it's a set format, isn't it? You run it through and you're given that format. But with these, the capability to do the wreaths, the corners, corner to corner, squares, rectangles, triangles even if you want to. So you can build your own composition, you can paint them, you can leave them white because they look adorable. So let's just show you some of the wonderful samples on here. Absolutely lovely. So you can see that lovely embossed detail on there. There we go, look at that. And you can paint on them if you want to. Again, look at that embossing there. with a dry brush if you want to build. And I love these because I'm allowed to create my own composition. So this one's wonderful. So you can see the embossing folder has been used on its own in the back, but then built at the front in white. And you know what? No two cards are ever going to be the same because you can do your own setup. Now, you can see all the papers. The papers are from all of the collections I've just shown you. So if you had your eye on anything, they're with our lovely word dies. Now, we'll just keep going. I'll show you them as, so here is the rose, which is just being inked up. This is just as a background. So you have the opportunity to create those wonderful backgrounds. And here it is in just white. So you can see if you just want to do, if you are clean and simple card maker, you can absolutely do that, but you can build it up as well. So there are 3 options on those. I've just left them as individuals, just in case you just want one. But of course, you can get all 3 if you want to with your points and get those extra savings. So that is the show today. Shall we move to the other side and do a little bit of techniquey things? I haven't got a full planned demo. However, I have pre-cut some pieces and I'm going to cut some pieces live to show you what we can do with them. These will go to TV at some point, as you all know. So it's nice that you're getting a little bit of a heads up. So let's do a shout out. Hi Shirley, Teresa, Amanda, Marilyn, Adele, Audrey. Oh, thanks for coming, everyone. I have a coffee. I didn't expect many people to be on today because obviously we've had a very busy week here in the How to Craft Network studio. And I mean busy, haven't we? We did the Create Together, thank you. We did the Create Together Club. Then we had Susan. Sarah was supposed to be here, but something else came up. So I was rescheduling Sarah to next week, which, you know, I'm very grateful for, actually. So I'm a little bit behind on my prep for TV tomorrow. So don't tell her, though. And then tomorrow TV, Saturday TV, and it's obviously the coronation this weekend, which although I'm not really a royalist as such, I do like to watch. I just like to think about all of the work and effort that will have gone into the preparations over the weekend. So I will be watching that as well. Tom wants to watch it as well, so that's lovely as well. So hopefully over the weekend we get to just breathe and have some fun. And then next week in studio, I'm not sure. Simon, we're not here on the Monday because it's the bank holiday. And then I think I might be back in the studio on Tuesday, but keep your eye on our newsletter because that lets you know when all of our show times, what's happening, if we're busy and things like that. Busy old week. Keep me busy, guys. Keep me busy. I know you do like to keep me busy. It was mesmerising watching Susan. It was, wasn't it? If you did miss the show last night, go back and watch it. And do you know what? It's had over like 5,000 views already. Like I got up this morning, I was like, whoa. Yeah, so we had a lot of people on last night from America, from Florida, Ohio. We got a great sense of what the weather's like over there at the moment as well, because they're all telling us what the weather's like. So lovely for you to come, Susan. We hope you're going to come back soon. But now let's get some demos done. Make sure my phone's on silent because I will get in trouble. It's like I'm going to get in trouble like Tim ever tells me off. Come on. But it's not professional, is it? Yeah. No. Right, let's get some demos done. So I have Elegant Rose here. So I just wanted to show you, for those of you that may not have seen how our system works with the dies. Now, normally what you find is the dies are not built in and you have to faff and go around with an individual die. Count me out. I like this option and I probably will not take this die out. But if you look at the die on the back side, you will see it is only taped in. I'll just show you here, try and catch that. It's just taped in there very lightly. So I can run it through as a pass if I want to, or I can take it out. I'm not going to take it out, but you can take it out. Look, it just pulls away. Super, super easy here. I just can't be bothered with the individual dies. And because it's only taped in, guess what? We have a beautiful background too, which is wonderful. Now, there are sort of 2 rosy type style ones. One's like a peony, but it's very rose-like as well. So if you do get these 2, the foliage, we ensured the foliage was different in both in case you really did want to do that really big wreath. Absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to do the Elegant Rose on mine because I've done the other ones. And here are just a few pieces, look, in white and things like that. So you can see they emboss incredibly well. They die cut all in one pass, which is amazing for me because I'm going to get a pot for all of my embellishments and I'm going to paint them up, colour them. This is the one that this one is by Paul, and this one was coloured. Look, can you just see how he's just... And isn't it brilliant how we can create our own composition? That's the wonderful thing about these. You know, we do lots of florals in our embossing folders, and it's nothing different to do maybe a different shape, but the capability to game change it by being able to take the die in or the die out, or being able to create a full background is really, really cool. And you get, as my friends would say over the pond, you get a lot of bang for your buck. Bang for your buck. I know it's crazy, isn't it? It sounds crazy saying that. But the other thing as well that I like about these as well is if you have like a hand crank machine, because they're a little bit tougher with the ones with the built-in dies, you can take the die out, emboss, and then put the die back over as just the die, as if you want to do a die cut round an embossing folder. So the options are there. Play around with them, because that's what they're all about, these particular ones, playing around. And being able to create your own composition is like unique as well. So, hi Toni, hi Emma Phillips, lovely to see you. Charlotte Palmer, I have so many dice from Susan. I have a few actually, I just never get the chance to play. And last night when you watch and you're in awe of what she's doing, you're like, I need to dig mine out. Is anybody else like that? I need to dig my stuff out. I never get the time. Hi Toni, my husband is out getting the brakes done on the car, so I can see you on the big screen. It's better than watching on my phone. Oh, I look better in real life, I promise you. Right, so you've seen there's some white ones and some gold ones there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the holographic paper, the light one. And I thought this would be quite cool to run through. Now, the way that I use these is the same that we use our shaker windows tomorrow, is put it to the front where the die is, then you can see it. And I just shut it there. And we'll just run this one through. Let me just grab my plates. Here we go. So we'll just run this one through very quickly. Oh, Shirley says she loves my cup. I know I got this, I think I get lots of cups like this with work. I think this one was from Kath at work, I think. So look at that. Look at that. They're just incredible, guys, can't tell you. So then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull away the paper. And then take all the bits out. Just be careful taking them out though, because obviously they are delicate and this is paper. I'll just get my pokey tool. Like so. But I'll just show you, actually, pull this die out. Watch, I'll just show you live to how you take the die out. Just be careful. Did you see that there? So the die comes totally out. So if you want to run this through as an embossing folder and then put your die over, they're not going to move. Remember, they're all in a set place. So then you can put this over your embossed and then run that one through. I think hand crank machines might want to try that. Mind you, if you've got a good wrist, you should be fine. But I think that might be a little bit too difficult on a hand crank machine. I haven't tried on my hand crank, but there's options, okay? Don't hurt your wrists or your hands or anything like that. But electronic machines are absolutely fine. Check your plates as well. So all I would need to do now is, with this here, I just find where the tape was on the die. So you can see here, look, the tape is here. Can you see it's sticky? So it's not like a really, really sticky one. If you're going to be taking it out and doing techniques with just the embossing folder, don't use a really sticky ink, okay? And then you just place it back in. It sort of like slots back into place. It's sort of like, you know where you feel it and it sort of clicks. And then I just tape it back in. See that there? Super easy. So you've got options, which is really nice. So we have our lovely embellishment. You've also got a stencil now, I suppose. You wanted to. Not out of paper, mind, but you know. So let's have a look at these lovely embellishments. Can you get the detail on there? Absolutely. I'll put some ink on them. Let's put some ink on them so you can see them. So let's just move this out of the way. I have a big ulcer. Keep messing. So many crafty things, so little time to play or draw. I know. Welcome to my world, sweetheart. Right. Let's put some colour on here now. I'm just going to use my little brushes for this because I just want to get a little bit of detail on there. So we'll use this one. And I'll use maybe, shall we go, let's stick with a little bit of a theme. Shall we try the purple or pink? No, let's try a tealy colour. So let's just get a piece of scrap card. Let's just put my brush into the ink here. Put it into place. And just take off the excess. Just take off a lot of the ink. And then let's see if I can get some highs and lows on this lovely flower here. I love craft. If anybody hadn't gathered, I love craft. Oh, I just love the way that it makes me feel. I love the way that you get results. Like I'm adding this ink on here and going, ooh, in my head I'm going, ooh, that looks fancy. Crazy, isn't it? Aren't we funny onions? So I could absolutely go into all of the wonderful embellishments on here because I have greenery, I have lovely leaves. Look at those. And then we have, look at the white ones from the hibiscus here. I'm going to paint these, but you can see how interchanging them, so you can do a pink, a white, you can 3D. There's individual flowers as well with that lovely HD 3D in there too. You could go in with your gel pens, your highlighter pens. And then even, I mean, this is gold. You could just build up the centre of a flower. Now, whilst I've got my teal out here, let's just paint some of these white ones just to show you how quick they come together. So I like to, on my embossing, because these are cool, by the way, they are so cool. So a couple of tips then, you can actually go in and like paint it with a brush if you want to. That's probably what we do most of the time, isn't it? But a cool technique as well to get sort of like a different look on your cards is to spray the card. Now, this is just white card. It's not watercolour card or anything like that. It's just white card. I mean, look at that. Is that not just beautiful? And you can spray the card. So if this was a watercolour card, you could move the colour around. Probably not going to get much movability, but the looks are still going to be very similar. So I'm just wetting this here. So as you can see, it's all wet, and then all you do is you just pick up your ink like so, and then you just drop it into the water. Can you see here? And it just naturally just sort of disperses into all of those veins, then into the highs and the lows. So if you're not a colourist or a painter, it absolutely does not matter. So I'll just get a little bit of colour down there. Let the colour just seep into the spaces, and then you can maybe drag it out if you wanted to. Try and always remember to leave a little bit of white though, somewhere. Like I like to leave a little bit of white in the centre of each petal, and then it'll look like the light's coming from above. So then just move the colour around, and then whilst it's wet, what you can do then is take like a second colour. So if you go like a little bit of pink here, this way you're going to get your true feel for the tropical colours actually. And then if you pick up some of the pink and drop some pink into the centre, going to get quite an exotic finish on your cards, particularly with this one. This one is one of the different type style ones. Look at that. Now don't be afraid to move the colour around, pounce, push. And then in the centre of the flower, we have those sort of like spots in there. I need Susan right now because I don't know what colour those spots would be, but I'm going to do them yellow. Does that not look cool? The embossing looks gorgeous. It is gorgeous and it's so dimensional, as you all know. Really pretty. I'll set that aside. Let's just get the some leaves. Shall we do? Let's just do some green leaves. Let's do green and the teal. I'm going to spray again with a bit of water, just to give me a bit of freedom, really. So nice. And have we got some more? Got another one. Spray with water. So is anybody else doing anything nice for the coronation? Is anybody doing anything? Street parties? What's going on? Or is people just watching it on the TV like me? Just to be, you know, well, not nosy as such, but it's once in a lifetime sort of thing, isn't it? So I will definitely be watching it and hopefully getting Tom involved as well. Tom's really interested in it though, which is wonderful. So, but that makes me very happy. So, so we have our lovely flower, which has got that white space in there, and then we have some green on there too. Could just do with maybe. There's nothing to say I couldn't put a green flower. Oh, this one, we had this one. I'm going to make this, I'd like to say I'd make this yellow, but I can't because my brush needs cleaning. Let's clean my brush, just 1 second. So I'm going to make this one just pink or purple maybe. So you could die cut a lot of these and then just possibly paint them all in one on a tray on your lap or something like that, couldn't you? Let's just do this one in pink. Did I spray this with water? Not sure if I did. Let's pick up some of this. Just give it a little bit of colour there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my tissue and just, if you lift, can you see now you can lift some of the ink off? And then I'm going to go back in and just add a bit more colour. Less water, more colour. Pounce, pounce, pounce. You can see when you take away some of the water, you can really see that lovely 3D. It's wonderful. Right, so shall we try and get something on a card here? Should we do this one too? No. Let's just do these. Let's just move that out of the way for now. Leslie says street parties are not really a thing in Scotland. I don't think they're a thing where we live, you know, either. I did hear Martin on TV, though, saying his street are going to have a full-on party. I would actually love something like that. Well, weather permitting, hey, weather permitting, you know what it's like. So I've got a little bit of work going on there. Could do with some more bits, I suppose, but as I said, I wasn't going to do a card, but I have actually got a card cut, so let me just get rid of this for now. So to create a little bit of colour in my back here, I'm just going to spray it with water. So this is just like my backing card. And then I think I will just take my brush and add a different colour maybe. Let's go yellow. Even though my brush is probably contaminated, it's fine. And then I'll just drop some yellow in. I'm just going to do it like in a spot in the centre. This is normal cardstock as well. It's not got anything fancy on here. So just going to go centre. Let's do some orange as well. Let's do a really colourful sort of tropical coloured card here. Remember, it always dries back as well, doesn't it? So have the confidence to get that colour on there. And maybe add some splats. So I've got like a vein of some form, nothing fancy here, guys. Or you could absolutely just pick the card up, put it in like a shape like so, and dip it in. And you get that look. If you're not the most confident with your splats and things. So to tie it all in a little bit, I'm just going to add a touch of some teal splats just to bring it in with my flower, because this is going to be a bright card. Just to add a little bit of texture. And then we'll dry this one off. Let's dry this off. Which gun's plugged in? And I always find backgrounds look really horrid when you first start them, but bear with them because you cover half of it up anyway. Audrey says she'll probably watch because it's a historical event. Yeah, that's same as me, Audrey. Michelle says she'll be watching on a phone because she's in work. I think it goes on for quite a few days though, doesn't it? So, and mind you, it's a nice break as well because you get the Monday off. Well, I don't, but you do get the Monday off work. Hopefully most of you do, or if you're not working already. So, you know, gives you a chance to catch up on other things too. Maybe a bit of craft, hey? Oh, Carol, I'm sorry you're having a bad week, darling. So let's get this. Oh, it's still a bit wet. Just 1 second. Won't stick to my card otherwise. Doesn't that look good? The 3D is amazing. The deboss is cool as well. Look. Looks like a heart. Adele says she's going to watch the Coronation concert on Sunday evening. I'm going to watch that. Big cheese. We're going to have some cheese. We're going to have some grapes, some crackers, and we'll watch the Sunday concert too. I think. Don't you agree? Maybe. Cheese. Tim's like. So let's get this stuck onto some holographic, and I've chosen the darker colour holographic on this one because I feel like it might just pick up that lovely colour from my flower. So let's just pop this onto here. Now it's got a big lump and bump in it, but I will flatten it. Now you wouldn't normally put orange with. I think I've tied it together with the splats though. Give that a second to work its magic. Get flat. Come on. Been massaging it forever. And then card. Cheese. Now there's a surprise, Tim. It's the best thing. Lots of grapes, lots of crackers, lots of cheese. Congratulations on your 50th anniversary, Margaret. Congratulations, what an achievement. So there we have sort of our card going on. Now I'm feeling like I should have done more flowers now. Oh, I should have done more. Never mind, never mind. I think you get the idea. Do you know what I need? I need one of our right big sentiments, don't I? Maybe we could put one of the holographic in. No. Quick while you're ahead, Tony. Hang on. What about a mix of the gold? Let me just get a stamp. Hang on, just 1 second. I need a stamp. I'm just looking through my stash of one that might be open. I don't like opening stamps just because. Oh, here we go, look. This one is this one. This will help me decide where I'm going to put my artwork. I should have coloured more, but I haven't, but you get the idea. Oh, we have got a... It's not looking right. I haven't got enough embellishments, guys. Let's just leave it there for now, hey. I'll faff and I'll faff, as you know. That needs painting better too. These do just look lovely in white though. They really do. I'm not talking to anyone now. You're all probably, what's she doing? I'm in the zone. I need some more pieces, but I haven't cut enough. But you can see how it would look if it was just in white as well. Let's pop a sentiment on. Of course we can. Let's just move this out of the way. Has anyone tried scanning the QR code on screen? And entering the code. Does anything happen? if I said there was something free on there, there isn't. But if I said there was something free on there, you'd scan it. Just scan it, somebody tell me. Hey, that might be a thing, you know. Might put something free on a QR, get you to scan. Right, let's stamp this in black. Michaela's going to catch up when she gets home. Okay. That's not a bad effort, that, is it, guys? It needs more embellishments, but you can see the lovely 3D on there. I would probably add some beautiful sparkly sequins as well, just to tie it all together. There we go. That's not painted the best because my brush was contaminated. In fact, I would actually rip that out. I am going to rip that out. There we go. Don't like it. There we go. Smart pants, smart pants. Is that what you're all thinking? Smart pants, smart pants? Don't know how to use QR codes. Carol says. Carol, you need to learn. For the love of cards. Can't scan when I'm on my phone. We will do a demo next time. Type in and I'll read it. We will do a demo next time. Show you how to do it. So there's the card for today, guys. I hope you like it. Just to show you those lovely new embossed folders. They will go to TV at some point, so if you want to wait, don't stress about it. Absolutely fine. I thought I'd showcase them today because I didn't want to just use my papers on their own, and they work beautifully with. So that is the end of today's session. Don't forget to pop a comment underneath because I always give a card or a product away. I chose 7 can't even remember how it was. Announced those the day before yesterday, so go back and check those because you could be one of the lucky winners. I don't think everybody's reached out to me as of yet. And I will see you all tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, for that one-day special. Now, I will give you the heads up. I said to TV, probably not a good idea to load the stock too early because I would like to get to TV before anything happens and me be faced with anxiety when I get there and they go, there's hardly nothing left. So I said, load it Friday morning, if possible, and they said that they have to load it Thursday night because they do a preview of the product, maybe in a newsletter or on Facebook or something, so it'll have to be live Thursday night. So it will be live today at some point, so if you are wanting to shop ahead, then shop ahead, go and get it early. But if you want to wait to the live hour, then you can do that also. But I'm just giving you a heads up. That's what TV have told me. It'll have to go live tonight. And I have a backup show, so don't worry about it. So I will see you all tomorrow. Go get, I'll have a wash, put my wig on, and put a frock on, and I'll see you all over the bank holiday weekend. Have a great evening, everyone. See you all later. Bye.